Welcome to this tutorial on how to build a website using the theme Divi. So we're going to have a quick look, use some of the functions that the Divi theme, which is quite widely used around the world. You can see it's one of the most popular themes currently on WordPress, and it's for good reason, because it comes with great functionality, the ease of use, and it's producing pretty attractive websites in record time, which is what we'll be trying to do here today. We'll try and use some of the functionality that the Divi theme uses, and we see how it goes, how long it'll take us to build one page of a website. So let's give it a go. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is obviously get the Divi. So I'll link it in the comments below, or in the description below, where you can get the Divi theme. And once you have it, you just install it like you would regularly install any other theme. Alright, so let's give it a go. First thing we want to do is we want to create a page. It comes in, this is just because it's the first time we're doing it on here. Alright, so it's just like any other Gutenberg page, but this time it brings in, if you want to use your Divi builder, or you want to use the Gutenberg builder. So in this case we want to use the Divi builder, but we need to give the page a name first. So let's call this one index. And let's use the Divi builder to build it. Okay. The Divi builder is just loading. It's a little slow today. Right, there we go. So it gives us three options that we can use. The first option is you can build from scratch. The second one is you can choose a pre-made layout, because Elegant Themes themselves, the developers of the Divi theme, provide a number of layouts that you can use. Then you can clone an existing page. So if there's anything you've already built in your website and you just want to clone the look and feel, you can do that by selecting the page here. But in this case, what we want to do is we want to build from scratch. We want to see how long it'll take us to build one page from scratch. Let's give it a go. Alright, so the first thing you should notice in the Divi theme, it works in a hierarchy, just like in HTML. In the blue section here is your sections. Then as you scale down, the green, as we click, you can see it says insert row. So it would be your different rows. If we click on that one, then it asks us to insert modules. So the modules are basically the crux of what the website is to be built from, and then it's built inside the rows and ultimately the different sections as we go along. Okay, so let's give this a go. First thing we want to do is we want to give it a bit of a background at the back here. Okay, so what we would do is we go to the little gear icon, which opens up the settings, and then we go down. We see first the second option here, background. Click on that. The first option here is to change the color. So if you clicked on that and you change the color anywhere, you can see it changes. Alright, we don't want to change that. The next one is a gradient. So if you want to add a gradient to the background, you could do that here by selecting there, and you can see that the difference in the colors goes from the blue down to the green. But we don't want to do that either, so let's just delete that off. Make sure that one is also off. What we want to do is we want to add an image. So let's add an image. So once you've clicked on that, it works just like what WordPress usually works. It'll ask you for the file to upload. So let's just get a quick file, throw it in there. Okay, so the image is uploaded. If you want to, for those of you that do, if you want to do SEO, you can punch out or enter in all of these details over here. Alternate text. If your image does not display, then alternate text will display. You can do an alignment. For us, we don't want to do any alignment because we just want the background image to be centered. And you can link to something if it's a link, and a full size. So we're going to go for full size because we want this to be our header image. So upload an image. And there you can see, just like that, there Divi has uploaded our image for us. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So let's just close that off. Okay, now let's add in our first module. So the first module we want to add in is a divider. Alright, let's go in, show divider. Yes, we want to look at the design option, look at the line. We want to change that line to white, if you can see the line going here. Alright, we want it to be solid, we want it to be top. Yes, sizing, let's make it a bit bigger. Okay, let's make it about about 3 pixels. I think should work quite nice. Then we got width and we got maximum width. So the difference between this is the width that you can make it, but this one here is a maximum width, meaning that whatever width it is, it can scale until that particular size. So let's say if we make this 80% for an instance, that means that no matter what you set your width to on the actual image, it can scale all the way until it reaches 80%, and then that's where it'll stop. So in our case, we want to take that all the way down. I'll put it down to about 10%. Alright, then what we want to do is we want to center align it. So we're putting it in the center over here. If you wanted to put it to the left, you just click on left. If you wanted to put it to the right, you click on the right. But we wanted it to be in the center for this particular one. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see it there. Now what we want to add in is maybe some text. Let's put in some text. Okay, so let's make this our little mantra. So our mantra is going to be that companies. Oh, where am I clicking? Okay, companies that work for you. Right. So let's go have a look. Where is my text? So if you want to move this around, you can just move your mouse over the purple over here, click, hold, and you can move it around to wherever you want it to be. Let go, and it'll stay there for you. So where is our text? Oh, there it is over there. You can see, oh, this doesn't show up very well, and it's so small. Okay, let's try and increase. Well, first let's make it a bit bold. Then let's maybe change color. And let's increase that to about maybe 20. Okay, that looks okay. Let's also put the text alignment to the center. Okay. Alright, there's something not working nice here though. My text looks good. My divider looks good, but it really doesn't stand out at all. So there's 2 ways we can do this. I mean, the reason for that is because of the background image. The image is very light, and it has some bright colors coming through here. So there's 2 options we have here. One is we could change the image, which I don't really want to do because I quite like this image. Or the other option is that we put a gradient on it. You remember the gradient? Okay, so the gradient, we just go to the gear. We come down to the background. We see here's the image. Okay, remember just next door, that's the gradient. And let's add in that gradient. Alright, what do we want to, I think, let's try and make this one purple. So this one over here gives you the shade of the color that you're choosing, and this one works on the transparency. The top, you see the full color, and right at the bottom is you see it as a transparent image. So you'll just see the image behind it. So in between there is where you really want to play with when you're putting a gradient on top of an image. Okay, so we got that one. Then let's go play with maybe some blue. Bring that one also down. Okay, let's go have a look down here. Linear, we want to keep. Okay, then what we want is we want the gradient direction. So gradient direction is going to show us like 180 is going to be straight down. We don't want that. I think it'll look quite nice if it goes from left to right, from the top left corner to the bottom. So let's take that down to about maybe 140. See how that looks. Start position, maybe let's bring that up to about 13%. Okay, and then we want to see what it looks like. Wait, put it on top. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's save that. Alright, so you can't see much happening at the moment because it's such a small little image. So let's build it out a bit more by adding in let's add in another text module for our hero. Okay, let's make this our big player. We will help take your company to the next level with 0 competition. Okay. So we can see that the wording is up here. So we're gonna have to play with that for a bit. But before we do, maybe let's go and just play with it even a bit more. So the first things we want to do, let's try and highlight this over here, because that might be something we want to highlight to the user. Let's give it a different color and maybe underline it. I think that should work. This, all of this also should be heading 1, I think. Okay, let's go. Design, heading text. So we made it a heading 1, H1. All right, we go down, have a look. Let's make it bold. Oh, actually, let's make it ultra bold. Okay. Right. Let's center it. And then let's make it white. So notice that only this one changed to white. The ones that we made yellow earlier remained yellow, but the rest of the text has changed to white. Okay, let's have a look. Let's go heading size. Maybe take this up to about 60, I think. Yeah, 60 looks pretty good, I think. Okay, let's keep it about 60. Let's just have a look at the line height. Oh, yes, maybe we'll go 1 up there. So 1.1 looks pretty nice. Okay, so that's basically the heading line height is just the line height, the line spacing between each line. Okay, let's have a look at this. All right, I think maybe this one here, the tagline, I think it'll look better if we put it at the top over here. So how we can do that is you hover over, you get this gray bar, you see it when it shows the arrows like it's showing now. You click, drag, and release. And there it is. It's moved up for you. So simple and so easy. They've made it for us. Okay, the other thing I think I want to do is, I think this one, just to set it slightly apart from the rest of the heading, maybe we should make everything in caps. So if you want, what you can do is you can come and you can type all of this over in caps if you want. Or what you can do is you can go design, back to text, and come and click this icon here. That'll capitalize everything for you. So if you click it, there you go. Now everything is capitalized. Okay, so that looks pretty good, I think. Right. So you can see now you're starting to see the gradient coming down slightly. It's no longer just running from side to side. Alright, I think maybe one more thing to add. Let's add a button so that people can contact us. Okay, let's say book a consultation today. Alright. Okay, let's go and look at the design. Where is it? Oh, there's the button hiding behind. So why is it hiding behind? Because of our alignment is still set to left by default. So let's center that. Okay, there he is. He's in the center. But the blue doesn't work so nice because it's on a blue background. So what do? We go to button and we say use custom styles for button. Alright. Okay, let's have a look. I think the size of the font, see the button text size, I think it's okay, the right size. Let's have a look at the button text color, make it a bit white. Yep, white looks pretty good. but I think I want to change the background color. I think let's make it hash 02 B3 E4. I think let's make it a nice blue, and let's just copy that. Why did it go out? Alright, let's just go back, design, button, scroll down. So we changed the background, but you can see around there's that line. If you like the line, you can leave it, but I don't. Okay, so I want to change, scroll down, change the button border color too. So I want to change that to the same color as the button background. And there you go. And that looks pretty good. I think the only thing I left to do that I would like is maybe add in a border radius. So what a border radius does is it rounds out your button corners. So if you lift this up, you see it's 3 pixels at the moment, and as we increase it, it rounds out the button. And that looks pretty good, I think. Okay, so let's save that. Let's take a look. That looks good. For me, that looks good. All right, maybe one thing that we can change is we can take away this white background at the top here. But for that, we have to do it somewhere else. Okay, so let's save this. Let's publish it. Okay, let's exit this visual builder. Let's take a look. How does it look? Looks good. Yeah, button works nice. Okay, let's go back into our box inside. We scroll all the way on the side here, go down to Divi, theme customizer. Okay, now what we want to do is, because let's bring him across. Okay, so because this at the top here we want to access, this would be called our primary navigation. So in this customizing section, we would go to the header and navigation. We go to the primary menu bar. Then we go down to background color. So this background color is currently set to white. What we want to do, remember, the left hand side shows the shade of the color, the right hand side shows the transparency. So we want to take it all the way down. So we want 100% transparency. Let's hit publish. Now let's go take a look. Okay, there it's gone. Yes, that looks much better, I think. Looks a bit more open. Alright, but now the other issue that we're sitting with is that the text over here, it doesn't come across because of the gradient, similar to previously. Because of the gradient, it hides in. So one way to come across or fix that would be to bring it a lighter color. So I think keeping all of this white on top of that should look quite good. So let's go back here. Okay, so text color, and we select white, and we say publish. Let's go take a look. And we refresh. Ah, okay, it looks better, but why is it showing that like faded off color? Okay, let's go back to our customizer and take a look. Alright, go to text color, click on it. It's set to white, but oh, here it is. Look at our transparency. It's set halfway down as transparent. So let's bring that up. Okay, up, bring it up all the way. We hit publish. We go and refresh again. Okay, that looks much better, much better. Okay, we need to add in a logo, but I think we'll do that at another time. Let's just go through our site and see how it goes today. Okay, so next we want to add on might be some boxes at the bottom here that would highlight any particular services or anything that you want to display to the person using your website. So let's go back into the Visual Builder. Okay, now we've done with this section. The header was our section. Let's build another section. So section, then it offers regular, speciality, or full width. So 90% of the time you're going to work in a regular. A regular just adds on another one as like it's using a blank, like using the blank layout when we first started out. All right, the speciality has got some that Divi has already pre-programmed for you. It's usually got boxes lying next to each other and things like that. And then the full width one would usually be for if you want to display like one that overtakes your whole screen. So in this case, as I say, it's like 90%, 80 to 90% of the time you're going to be working in the regular. So regular. Okay, so that's the high level. Remember, next thing we build is the row. So the row, I think we're going to do maybe 4. Yeah, I think 4. So you can see we've got 4 sections here. Okay, that looks good. All right. So what we want to do now is we want to add in a blurb. Okay. So the blurb, let's say trusted service in a market. So a trusted service in the market. I don't think we want any content at the bottom. And I don't think we want an image. We want to use an icon. So, I mean, what would show a nice... What do we have? Oh, a good thumbs up. That's why it works. All right, be able to give us a thumbs up for our wonderful business. Okay. So we're done with our content. Let's go and do some design. First, let's start with the image. We want to make the image color. Okay, let's make this 7D97AD. Bring this up so we can see. Yep, gives us a nice little gray kind of feel to it. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, but I think it might be a little big though. Okay, let's say use font size. And then we bring it down. Let's say we bring it to about 40. Okay, I think that should be okay. Let's move on to the text. Okay, in the text, we're not using the text, so let's go to the title text. That's the one we really want to work with. The H4. Okay, let's make that bold. Alright, let's make it all caps. Let's align it. Should make it the same color, I think. So, what was the color again? I think it was 7D97AD. Yeah, let's keep those colors the same. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's try and push the title size. We want something that can stand out a bit. Yeah, that looks pretty good, 25. Maybe we want to give it a bit more spacing between the words. So let's take the line height up 1.2. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Right, so let's save it. Okay, so what you can do now is you can create more on the other 3, or what we can do is we can just duplicate it and drag it across, and then duplicate it and drag it across, and one more, duplicate it and drag it across. Okay, so if you want to edit any of these, you just go and you click on the little gear icon and you change all inside. So if you want to add a different service or you want to change the icon, you can just add in a different icon and go crazy. Okay, I think one more thing I want to change is the background. Let's bring in a different color here. I don't think it plays so nice. The white, I think the white is too striking. So let's add in hashtag EAFAFF. Yeah, that looks much better. That looks much better. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that looks pretty good, I think, so far. So that gives us our quick service section where we can build some trust with the customer. Okay, let's move to the next section, regular. Okay, this time we want maybe 2 columns. In the left column, maybe we'll put like a bit of a header, and in the right column we'll put a bit of a write-up with yeah, maybe with a button. Okay, so let's put in some text. Okay, what would we say here? This is where we would place your company's great slogan to inspire people. Okay, so if we want it to be a great slogan, I think we need to display it a little bit more prominently. So let's go and play with the text. Okay, so let's make it bold. And then I think we might need to play with the size. Okay, let's bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it. That might be a good size, but what's going on here? So how can we change that? Remember our dear friend, the line height. Let's have a look. Okay, we bring it down. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go down to. I think 1.3 looks pretty good. It might be a little bit. Let's just. Yeah, let's go with 1.2. What does 1.1 look like? Okay, let's go with 1. Yeah, let's go 1.2. Okay. I think we need to change the color slightly. Okay, hash 2E3D49. Yes, that looks much better. Okay, let's save that. All right, so we have our wonderful slogan in place. Let's maybe add in with a little bit of a write-up. Okay, maybe we keep the right just the same as what it's saying over there. And we jump into the design, text. Okay. Let's change the color. Hashtag 2E3. I can't remember the name. 3D49. Yep. And that looks quite nice. And then let's take the color and push it up to about 18. The line height, 1.5, 1.6. Maybe we go 1.8. 1.8 should work quite nice. Okay. So now we want to add in a button. Alright. So can you remember, like, if I don't want to design the button all from scratch again, what option do I have? Well, the option that I have here is I can duplicate the button at the top, and then I just drag it down. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's change the text on there though, and we say view our services. I think it looks pretty good. Maybe what we want to do is do a bit of spacing. Okay, so margin will move your button up and down, and padding will give more space inside the button, which is what we're really after right now. So if we want to hit it here, let's say 15. We want to put it both sides, and 25. Let's put it both sides. 25 is no good. Let's say 45. We want a good, decent button for people to visit our services. Okay, let's bring this one maybe to 10. Yes, that looks much better. I think here it might look better if the buttons align, but I think this is a personal preference. So let's go alignment. It's set to center at the moment because it's using it from the previous one. Let's set it to left, and that looks much better. Okay. Let's save that. Right. So I think that's that section done too. Oh, we're flying through this. Right. Let's add another section. Okay. So what are we going to do in this section? I think in this section, let's start playing with a bit of the tabs function that they have. So the tabs function, again, let's go with 2 columns in the row. Tabs. Where are you? Tabs. Okay, let's throw the tabs in there. And then let's save that for now. Let's go this side. Let's add an image. Alright, let's add an image. Okay, upload some files. What image? Let's try this image. Upload an image. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice, bright, airy. Shows how wonderful we're working at work. Okay. So, one thing you might want to do is you want to maybe make this look a bit fancy. You can actually bring in an animation. You can do this with each one of them, but let's just have a look. Animation. So under design, go animation, we can slide the image. You can do this with any of the modules. But just for the instance here of just showing you how it works, I thought let's just do it on the image. Okay, so we do that. Let's come back to our tabs. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to jump into the tab text. Sorry, tab title, not tab text. Listen to me. Alright, so we want to put in a who we are. Okay, then yeah, let's go back. Okay, so let's move this over so we can see what we're doing. Who we are. Alright, let's go and have a look. Design, tab text. I think let's make it big. Okay, color, I think let's put in the blue. I think you've guessed by now that I'm stealing the colors from a little key chart on there, just off screen. Okay. Do we want to make it bold? I think let's try and look at it. Semi-bold. Okay, bold. What about ultra bold? Ugh. Okay, ultra bold, definitely no. I think let's stick to semi-bold. I think that looks pretty good. So how do we want it to show? Do we want it to show like this? I think no. I think what we want to really get is we want to get 3 tabs here without all the borders. So let's go have a look. How can we do that? Okay, so we save. Let's have a look. Design. Border. Border width. We say 0. Okay, that looks better. That looks more along the line of what we're looking to do. Okay. But we don't want it this inactive tabs, we don't want like that. We want the inactive tabs also white. So let's go have a look. Tab text. Active tab background color. Yes, that's the color we want. Inactive. Ah, this is the one. So we hit that, make it white. Okay, so that's looking better already. Alright. Okay, when we have active color, I think let's make it the blue. And tab text color, I think let's make that the blue as well. Okay. Font weight, let's make it semi-bold. And let's make it all caps. Okay. Right. That looks good. Let's go green. And let's work on the next tab. Maybe why work with us? Let's take it here, copy, enter, and let's add on some more because this is seriously good information. And enter, and then let's copy that one and say maybe our awards. Oh, how do I spell? Okay, that's looking pretty nice. Let's go design, tab text. Yep, that looks good. Body text, yeah, body text is okay. Content, background, white. Okay, and then where are we? Yeah, so we want design, tab text, active tab background, inactive tab background. We've had white already. Active tab, also white. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let's save it so far. Okay. So we're done with that section. Let's move on to the next section. We want to do this as quick as we can. Okay, so this one we're going to highlight a few of our services. So first thing we want to do is maybe give us another title. So we want to do, keep it a bit form uniform. So we'll throw in a divider, line, Sizing, let's make this a 3 or 4. I think a 3 should be okay. Maximum width, 10%, just like the other side. Okay, throw him in the center. I think we're probably gonna change the background color, so let's make this line white. Alright, and then let's see, where's the image? Okay, let's just double click there so that we can get in here. Okay, text, let's throw in H2 and we say our services. Let's get back up. Let's go have a look and change heading text. So the last time we did the H1 because it was a heading 1. This time it is set to heading 2. So we're going to change heading 2. Right, so we want to make this bold. We want to center align it. We want to make it about, I think 45 should be good. And then because we're going to change the background color, let's make it white. Okay, let's go change that background color. So first what we want to do is change the background. Let's put in an image first. Okay, let's have a look. What image do we have? Let's throw this image in. Upload. Yep. Oh, we still have the other button. Okay, let's throw in the background, the gradient first. Okay, so same as the top, I think we want to keep it quite uniform. So we go purple, bring it down a bit. Then we want to go blue, bring him down a bit. I'll take it down, still keep it linear. And then change the angle slightly. Let's keep it about 140. Start position, 10%. And place it above. Okay, so that looks pretty well. Oh, let's just take out that second line first. Okay, that looks good. Wonderful. Now we're going to add in 3 columns to display all our wonderful services. Let's have a look and see how we're going to do that. I think the easiest would be is the same as the top. We add in some blurbs. Alright, let's call our blurb service name. Okay, right, we'll keep that. Image icon, I think we'll go for the icon again, but this time maybe a different icon. Let's go for a check mark because our stuff is so brilliant. Design, icon, let's put it in a circle. Okay, so we want our icon color to be white. And we want our circle to be that same blue color. Let's just get, where is that blue color? Blue color, where are you? Okay, the blue color. Right. Then we want to make sure, I think this one, instead of on top, let's place him on the left. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we want to go into our title text. I want to make our title text bold. We want to make it the same blue color, I think. And then maybe just make it a little bigger. That looks okay. Right. And maybe the body text we changed to the same gray color from last time. Okay. Right. I think what we need to do is we need to go back to content here, change our background to white so we can actually see what we're doing. Okay, so let's go back to our body text. I think we can increase this slightly to maybe to 16. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, body text. Then we want to go spacing. I think maybe we want to do about 25. The top and bottom. And let's do it all around. Okay, that looks pretty decent. I think it'll look better if it was a bit longer. So how can we make it longer? Alright. By default, the rows give spacing in between each module. So let's go and jump into the rows. And jump into design. Sizing. Use custom gutter width. Let's bring that down. Let's try to bring it down to 1. See how that works out. Okay, so let's grab this one. Duplicate it. And let's pull it across. Okay, and then let's duplicate one more. And pull it across. Okay, so we don't want it to be joined. So that we do not want. So, what can we do? I think let's go back to our row. And change it back to 2. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. I think that could work. Okay. I think maybe what we could do is we could make a shorter write-up. Maybe stop it there. Yeah, I think that looks better. And copy and paste. And copy and paste. And save. Okay. So now I think we might need one more row of services. So how do we do that? We can just copy, and there we go. Divi does all the hard work for us. Right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. We're styling through here. Alright, so this one, let's add in a little bit different. Let's see what we can do. Let's try this one. Okay, so this one breaks it up into 3 columns, but one of the columns it breaks into 2. So we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, so let's put in some text on this side. Let's say if I can spell properly, work hard for you. Yeah, because we do. Alright, let's go make this bold. And let's make it caps. Let's bring it in with the nice blue color. Let's find the blue color. And let's just make it a little bit bigger. Just a tiny bit. There we go. I think that could work. Okay. Maybe what we want to do with this one is also just give it a little bit of letter spacing. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. So that one spreads it out a little bit more for you. Okay, so save that. And let's hit the next one. Also text. And actually, I think, let's cancel this one. Let's delete that. Let's go back to the top. This one. Let's duplicate this one and take him down. And drop him in here. Okay, so you can change the words, but at least you know your text, your font, your colors are all going to be uniform throughout the site. Right, so that's our slogan on that side. Maybe on the other side, what we want to do is add in some bars. Okay, let's say drop a text first so we can explain what we're doing. Let's say we specialize in the following. So my English teacher's happy. Let's put in a colon. Okay, let's make that bold. Let's make it our blue color. Let's move it aside so we can see what we're doing. Let's make it slightly bigger. Oh, we cannot. Okay, 15. I think we leave it at 15 then. And I think that's good. Okay, let's drop in the next one. What's the next one going to be? I think some bar counters. Let's drop in a bar counter. Let's call it we are this competent. I think this is pretty good. Let's go 80%. And let's go design, bar. Let's make it blue. And the title text, I think we can make a little bit bigger. And maybe we can make it caps. Yes, that looks better. Maybe a little bit smaller. There. I think that looks pretty good. That works. Okay. So let's duplicate that. And we say in this one, we are also this competent, and we are even better in this one. 90%. Right. Awesome. Let's move them across. Let's do the same on the side. Make sure he's under, and we drop him in. Right, but this side, let's give it a different color. Let's call this one text, and let's make it purple. Go to the bottom, design, bar, purple. Design, bar, purple. Okay, that looks pretty good. Maybe this one we're not as good. Let's make this one a bit smaller. 40%, and 20%. Maybe we need to do some work here. All right, okay. I think that looks pretty good so far. Okay. Maybe let's add in 2 more sections before we're done with this. Right. No website is complete until you get a word from your CEO. So let's see, how can we set this up? Okay, let's try it like this. Let's try a testimonial. Call the author. What is our author? Jonathan. Oops. Jonathan Doherty. We don't want to have John Doe, so we have Jonathan Doherty. And he's going to be in Forbes top 100 best dressed. Yep, I think that could work. Okay, let's see what else do we want to add in here. Okay, I think maybe we do this a little different. Okay, we keep that. But let's take this one. We drop him from 1. We drop him into 2 columns. This one, we move into the 2nd column. We take away the image. Delete. We don't want that image. Let's make this background. That'll be on content. Let's change the background to white. Yep, I think that's pretty nice. And then let's change the quote icon to a lighter color. Make the background white. Yep, that's pretty decent. Okay, let's save that. Let's add an image in over here on this side. Let's go find the image. Very well dressed man or woman. Upload. Okay, there he is. There's our CEO. Alright, alright, alright. Let's hit here. Design. Spacing. Margin top. Left. Let's go 0. Padding 0. Okay. Sizing. Maximum width 100%. Okay, let's hit this one. Sizing, custom width, and bring it down. Okay. Maximum width. Oops, that's not what I want. Then we want to jump in. You guys still got this one. Design, alignment, let's put him to the right. Okay, that's looking better. Okay, what can we do spacing wise? Let's have a look here. Let's add something in. Text. Okay, let's call over here. Let's make it an encouraging word from our CEO. Maybe we make all of that caps, make it bold, and make it our blue color. Okay, let's move this one to the top. Let's also move it text align to the right. Okay. That looks good. Right, let's have a look and see what else we can do. Elements. Show quote icon. Yes, we do. Image. No. Let's have a look. Design. Image. Okay, what else can we do so that we can make him a little wider? Okay, let's see here. If we take spacing left minus 100. He's not moving over. Okay. All right. Let's make our text bigger. Body text, not regular text. $16 should be good. Alright, save. Yeah, that looks okay. Alright, so that is our okay. Word from the CEO. And then the last one we want to put in is maybe just a call to action. So we put in another text. Need help with your company. Perhaps perhaps this one we can make bold, can caps it all, put it in the center, maybe make it about 20 to keep it uniform with the one at the top, and then we add in another one. Text. Get in touch with one of our team members today. This one we can make an H2. Let's go design it. Regular, nope, we want bold. Then we want center, and we want to make it 45. Did I select? No, I didn't select the right one. Bold, alignment, and 45. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to make the sizing. I'll play with that a little bit, maximum width. Let's bring it down to about 70. Yep, that looks good. Center it. Go back to our content, because again we want to put this on a purplish background. No, not content, sorry. Let's go back to heading text, color, make it white. Alright, save that. Then let's go grab one of our buttons. Let's get the top one. And drag that down to the bottom. Okay. Change this background. I think we just throw in the same one again. This one. Upload an image. Let's do the same gradient. The purple. Bring it down slightly. And then we want the blue. Bring it down slightly. Go down. Take that to about 122. Start at about 10%. And put it above. Okay, this one we can delete. This one we can center. There we go. And we have our site done. Well, the design aspect of the first page, that is. So I can save that. As you scroll down, you can see all of this is here. That's just part of the footer. So if you want to remove that, what we do is we go back to the dashboard. You can come appearance, widgets, footer area, and you just remove them from here. Delete, categories, delete, meta, delete. So if I go back, I save it one more time just to make sure, and I exit the visual builder, and I scroll down. Look at that, there comes your image all the way down to the bottom. Then that one is gone. Got all the hover states in place, and everything seems to be working fine. Okay, so that's just quickly showing you how you can use the Divi builder or the Divi theme to quickly set up your site, whether it's a mock site that you can send to a client and then thereafter build it out properly, or if it's really just building the site from scratch and going on as you go. I hope this helped you a little bit. At a later time I will put the layout for free. You can download it from the description below. Yeah, if anything, let me know in the comments. Thanks.